Dixon police say a teenager was shot to death last night as she tried to get away from her ex-boyfriend. Our Dryden Quigley has more from the teen's friends who say they're devastated.
Hayla says it was a normal evening at work. She said bye to her co-worker, 17-year-old Taylor Ratterree, around 8 p.m. She only noticed that something was wrong when she saw police lights on Henslee Drive.
So I seen her right before she left, and I actually had a conversation with her right before.
That was the last time Hayla would see Taylor. Dixon police say she was picked up by her ex-boyfriend, 18-year-old Hunter Jackson. They say as they got to this traffic light, Taylor tried to jump out of Jackson's car. Then he shot her. She was found by police and taken to Skyline, where she died from her gunshot wound.
At a red light on Henslee Drive, a 17-year-old girl made a desperate choice. She grabbed the door handle, threw it open, and tried to jump from the moving car, but she never made it out. A gunshot exploded through the night air. The girl collapsed. Blood pooled on the pavement as the traffic light turned green. December 16th started like any normal Tuesday for Taylor Ratterree. She went to work, laughed with her friends, and talked about her plans for college next year. She had no idea that getting into her ex-boyfriend's car that night would be the last decision she'd ever make. This is the story of Taylor Ratterree and the moment Hunter Jackson made sure she would never leave him again. Welcome to this channel. Hit the like button and subscribe. Taylor Ratterree was just 17 years old. She was a high school senior in Dixon, Tennessee, with her whole life ahead of her. If you met Taylor, you'd remember her smile first. Her friends described her as someone who was happy all the time. She never seemed to have a dull moment. Taylor had this energy about her that made people feel good just being around her. She was creative in ways that made her special. Taylor loved anime, music, and art, but her real passion was crocheting. She'd spend hours making tiny bumblebees and other cute designs. She was so proud of them that she'd bring them to work and sell them to her coworkers at Kroger. Working at Kroger wasn't just a job for Taylor. She took it seriously. She balanced her schoolwork and her job with grace and determination. Her coworkers weren't just people she worked with. They were her friends. Taylor was excited about the future. She had plans to start college the next year. She talked about her dreams all the time. She was the kind of girl who had goals and actually worked toward them. Everything seemed normal. Everything seemed fine. But on December 16th, Taylor's bright future would be stolen by someone who claimed to love her ex-boyfriend, Hunter Jackson. Taylor and Hunter Jackson had been together for 2 years. They started dating in high school, like so many young couples do. At first, things probably seemed normal, maybe even good. But over time, something changed. Hunter became controlling. He wanted to know everything Taylor did, where she was going, who she was with, what time she'd be home. He needed constant updates, constant check-ins. It was like Taylor couldn't breathe without him knowing about it. This wasn't love. This was control. Taylor started to feel trapped. She felt like she couldn't make her own choices anymore. Every decision had to go through Hunter first. Every friend she wanted to see, every place she wanted to go, Hunter had to approve it all. And Taylor knew this wasn't right. A lot of people in controlling relationships don't see it at first. They make excuses. They think it's just their partner caring about them. But Taylor was smart enough to understand what was really happening. She knew she deserved better. So she made one of the hardest decisions a person can make. She ended the relationship. Breaking up with someone who's controlling takes real courage. Many people stay because they're scared of what might happen if they leave. And sadly, they're right to be scared. Leaving a controlling partner is often the most dangerous time. And controlling relationships are more common than we think. If you've ever experienced this or know someone who has, drop a comment below. Your story might help someone else see the red flags early. And if this case resonates with you, hit that like button to help spread awareness. After the breakup, Taylor tried to move forward with her life. She focused on work, on her friends, on her plans for college. She thought the worst was behind her. Taylor thought she was free. She thought ending the relationship meant she could move on. But Hunter had other plans. December 16th was a Tuesday, just another normal workday for Taylor. She clocked in for her shift at Kroger that evening. She stocked shelves, helped customers, and chatted with her coworkers like always. Around 8 p.m., Her shift was coming to an end. Taylor's co-worker and friend, Henslee Skelton, talked with her right before she left. They laughed together. Taylor seemed fine, happy even. Later, Henslee would remember that conversation and say, "She has a beautiful personality. She's very happy all the time." Henslee had no idea that would be the last time she'd ever see her friend alive. As Taylor's shift ended, someone was waiting for her outside in the parking lot. Hunter Jackson. Hunter showed up at Taylor's workplace that night. We don't know exactly what he said to her. Did he ask to talk? Did he promise it would just be a quick conversation? Did he guilt her into getting in the car? Maybe Taylor thought she could handle it. Maybe she believed they could talk things out like adults. Maybe she didn't want to cause a scene in the Kroger parking lot. Whatever the reason, Taylor made a choice that night. She got into Hunter's car. The car pulled out of the parking lot and onto the road. We'll never know what was said between them during that drive. Was Hunter angry? Was he begging her to come back? Was Taylor trying to stay calm, trying to reason with him? What we do know is that at some point during that drive, Taylor realized she was in danger. Real danger. The car approached a red light on Henslee Drive. Hunter slowed down. The vehicle came to a stop, and Taylor saw her chance. She grabbed the door handle and threw the door open. She tried to jump out. She was trying to escape, trying to get away from whatever was happening inside that car. Think about how scared you'd have to be to jump from a car. Think about the fear that would make you take that risk. Taylor was terrified enough to try, but she didn't make it. A gunshot rang out, and the bullet hit Taylor. She fell. The girl who just wanted to be free collapsed on the pavement near Henslee Drive. People nearby heard the shot. Someone called 911. Police and paramedics rushed to the scene. They found Taylor bleeding and unresponsive. They loaded her into an ambulance and raced to Skyline Medical Center. The doctors tried everything they could. By the time police found Taylor and rushed her to the hospital, it was already too late. The girl who loved crocheting bumblebees, who dreamed of college, who had her whole life ahead of her, was gone. Taylor Cheyenne Ratterree was pronounced dead at Skyline Medical Center. She was only 17 years old. That same night, Henslee Skelton, the co-worker who had just talked to Taylor hours earlier, was driving home. She saw police lights flashing on Henslee Drive. Technically, she didn't know what had happened yet. She didn't know her friend was lying there. The next day, Henslee found out the truth. Taylor was dead. "It was very sad," Henslee said later. "It was very just like a wow moment. You just have to kind of sit and think. Like that's someone you know that is no longer here with us." That's the thing about sudden loss. One moment, someone is standing right next to you, laughing and talking about their plans. The next moment, they're gone forever. Taylor's family was destroyed. Their daughter, their sister, their loved one, taken in an instant. She had big dreams for the future. She was supposed to start college. She was supposed to grow up, build a life, maybe have a family of her own someday. All of that was stolen from her. Dixon, Tennessee is a small city. For the past 3 years, they'd only had one homicide per year. People felt safe there. It was the kind of place where you knew your neighbors, where you didn't expect violence to touch your life. Taylor's death shattered that sense of safety. The community came together to support Taylor's family. Someone created a GoFundMe to help with funeral expenses. People who never even met Taylor donated because they were heartbroken by her story. Henslee spoke for many people when she said, "It's definitely a wake-up call that you need to always watch who you're around. Be careful. You never know how a person actually is." This happened in Dixon, Tennessee, but tragedies like this occur everywhere. What state or country are you watching from? Let me know in the comments. It's a reminder that domestic violence doesn't discriminate by location. While the community mourned, a law enforcement moved quickly to bring Taylor's killer to justice. The Dixon Police Department didn't waste any time. They arrested Hunter Jackson and charged him with first-degree murder. First-degree murder is the most serious charge you can face. It means the killing was planned and intentional. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't a split-second decision made in the heat of the moment. It was deliberate. The court set Hunter's bond at $3 million. That's an incredibly high amount. It shows just how serious this crime was and how much of a flight risk the court believed Hunter to be. As of now, it's unclear whether Hunter has entered a plea or hired an attorney. The legal process is still moving forward. But there are still so many unanswered questions. Police haven't told the public what led to the shooting that night. What was said inside that car before Taylor tried to jump out? What made her so desperate to escape? Did Hunter plan this ahead of time? Or did something happen during their conversation that pushed him over the edge? These are questions that might be answered when the case goes to trial, or they might remain mysteries forever. What we do know is this: Taylor tried to get away. She fought for her life, and Hunter made sure she didn't survive. Taylor's family now faces a long and painful road ahead. They'll have to sit through court hearings. They'll have to relive the worst night of their lives over and over again. They'll have to listen to the details of how their daughter died. Hunter Jackson will face the legal consequences of his actions. But for Taylor's family and friends, no verdict will ever fill the void she left behind. Taylor's story isn't unique. That's the heartbreaking truth. Teen dating violence happens more often than most people realize. Young people in relationships face controlling behavior, emotional abuse, and physical violence every single day. And many of them don't even know it's happening to them. Controlling behavior doesn't stay the same. It gets worse over time. What starts as "I just want to know where you are" turns into constant monitoring, isolation, and fear. And the most dangerous moment? When the victim tries to leave. That's when controlling partners feel like they're losing power, and that's when they're most likely to become violent. Too many young people think jealousy means love. They think constant check-ins mean their partner cares. They don't see the red flags until it's too late. So what are the red flags? What should you look out for? Excessive jealousy and possessiveness. If your partner gets angry when you talk to other people or accuses you of cheating for no reason, that's a problem. Wanting to know where you are at all times. If they demand constant updates, track your location, or get upset when you don't respond immediately, that's control, not care. Isolating you from friends and family. If they make you feel guilty for spending time with other people or try to turn you against the people who love you, that's a major red flag. Explosive anger or unpredictable mood swings. If you never know what's going to set them off, if you feel like you're walking on eggshells around them, that's not normal. Threats when you try to leave. If they say things like, "You'll regret this," or "If I can't have you," no one can. Take those threats seriously. Taylor experienced these things with Hunter. She felt controlled. She felt trapped. And when she tried to leave, he made sure she paid the ultimate price. If you see these red flags in your own relationship or in a friend's relationship, please reach out for help. Talk to someone you trust, a parent, a teacher, a school counselor, a friend's parent. Don't keep it to yourself. There are people who can help. The National Domestic Violence Hotline is available 24/7 at 1-800-79-97233. You can also reach out to groups like the YWCA in your area. These people are trained to help you stay safe. If you're planning to leave a controlling relationship, make a safety plan first. Tell someone where you're going. Don't meet your ex alone. Block their number. Change your routine so they can't find you. And if you're a friend of someone in this situation, don't judge them. Don't ask why they don't. Just leave. Support them. Believe them. Help them find resources. If this video opened your eyes to the realities of teen dating violence, please share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And subscribe to this channel. We cover cases like Taylor's to raise awareness and potentially save lives. Your engagement truly matters. Let's remember Taylor for who she really was. She was the girl who crocheted tiny bumblebees and sold them at work because she was proud of what she created. She was the girl with the bright smile who made her coworkers' days better just by being there. She was the girl who dreamed about college and had plans for her future. Taylor wasn't just another headline. She wasn't just a number. She was a real person with talents, with passions, with people who loved her. The world lost something special when she died, but Taylor's story doesn't have to end in tragedy alone. Her story can be a warning. It can be a wake-up call. It can be the reason someone else sees the red flags and gets out before it's too late. If you're watching this and you see yourself in Taylor's story, please listen to me. You deserve to be safe. You deserve to be free. You deserve a relationship where you don't have to be afraid. And there are people who will help you. You just have to reach out. Don't wait. Don't think it will get better on its own. Don't believe them when they say they'll change. Get help now. Taylor Cheyenne Ratterree was only 17 years old. She tried to escape. She fought for her life. And while we can't bring her back, we can honor her memory by making sure her story saves others. Rest in peace, Taylor. If this video impacted you, please hit the like button and share it with someone who needs to see it. Subscribe to this channel for more true crime cases that matter.